What's going on, boys and girls? Hey, listen, we have a fragrance from the house of Etat Libre d'Orange, and it's for my vetiver lovers out there. So strap up. Let's go for that ride. All right, welcome to The Scent Bubble. I am your host for the evening. Today from the house, we have the Fat Electrician semi-modern vetiver. And you know what I'm noticing right now? The lighting is terrible. Let's get my third light in here. Bam. Let's light up the house a little bit better for you guys, hopefully so. Okay, so Fat Electrician, a vetiver celebration, hopefully, it sounds like, is a fragrance for men. Hey, this might be the first for men fragrance we have on the channel. Don't quote me on that. I'm shocked a little bit to see a 3.88 rating, so that's 3.9 round up out of 4,000 votes, so 3.9 out of 5. A lot of people have bought this. A lot of people have reviewed it. This was a 2009 release. And what's the story? His beauty would have been his greatest asset. Fat Electrician, really? That's the opener? One imagines he was raised in the big air of Texas, his soft skin scrubbed by ears of wheat, his eyelashes curled by grappling with grace against a blinding sun. A Steve McQueen lost on city asphalt, a fisherman without a line. He was made to be hooked by others, to believe in his fate without knowing it, to wreak havoc and forget it over time. I'm just skipping down the line. This doesn't match the title Fat Electrician, but, so I don't feel the need to read on. A lot of poetry with brands just don't connect. It's like one person had the story job, one person was the perfumer, one person was the marketer, and they just never spoke. This is classified as an oriental woody fragrance, obviously vetiver being of a woody nature. It is a root, but it is typically woody. And the oriental side we shall see shortly. Let's go ahead and, without further ado, dive into this vetiver fragrance. If you guys are new here, I am a vetiver lover. It's got to catch them all with me, but I am selective because I've tried so many. All right, so I'm expecting a woody and spicy experience. We shall see. Fat Electrician gives me no real indication as to what I'm getting myself into. So let's just dive right in. Despite vetiver being one of my favorite notes, I find that 80% of vetiver celebration fragrances that I try are terrible. And I think it's the same thing if you're a lover of oud or rose or things like that. Like, it's hard to find a good one, you know? So I'm getting basically a soft, medium, woody, airy fragrance with vanilla. It's a sweet vetiver. It's a sweet, dry, slightly smoky vetiver. Just enough to froth the nostrils, for lack of better description. It's not like smoky. It's just like it's got a brashness to it. So it's like a dry, slightly smoky vetiver with a backdrop of vanilla. That's really all I'm getting. It's a much lighter experience on test strips, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that away. I just wanted to see the difference between the two. Definitely you want to put this on skin. Vetiver sits on the skin much different on everybody. Yeah, it's a smoky, dry, airy, woody vetiver with vanilla. That's all I'm really getting. Let's go ahead and switch screens here. Vetiver whipped cream. Wow, okay. I get that. I do get like a dry, smoky experience with a whipped cream sweetness. The vanilla isn't really... It's a very airy, whipped creamy type of vanilla. Maroon glace. What's that? Maroon glace. Sweet and savory chestnutty note. It is nutty, but in a very dry way. Olive leaf, myrrh, and open axe. So that's that resinous kind of smokish take on it. This is an interesting concept. You know, despite this looking quite modern to me, they call it a semi-modern. And I think that's actually a perfect classification of it. You know, the sweet modernness of vanilla in most fragrances, even the vanilla chestnutty experience, like an Armani Stronger With You type of approach. This is nothing like that. This is a much more purist vetiver take on that style. You know, picture Stronger With You with much less sweetness, ramped up dry woody experience, a little bit more smoky, and you've got it. You know, I think semi-modern is perfect, but to most general public people, they would consider this a purist sweet wood vetiver. So I don't think it has a mass appeal to it, but it is hip. It's a hip take on vetiver. I don't know how I feel about just the contrast of woods and vanilla. Typically, you need other stuff kind of gluing those concepts together, or you just get like a really brash contrasting fragrance that is more purist to those singular notes. And this seems to be a vetiver celebration, 70-30, 70 a dry, smoky, resinous wood that's airy. And then this light whipped cream is about 30%. It's good enough to be there and be felt, but it's not the star of the show. Interesting concept, kind of foreign to me as a smell DNA. I imagine this would have great performance. Super moderate, not strong and long lasting, but super moderate. So let's just assume here you should at least get 6 comfortable hours on this minimum. Vetiver Tonka from Hermes. Vetiver, oh, it does smell like Vetiver Morocco from Ex Nihilo. That fragrance is better than this. It's more modern, smoother, less smoky, but that's probably the closest reference point to this. Vetiver Morocco is, I believe it's got milk in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does. So a milky, rosy amorous. So the sweetness is a lot more kind of this prissy, luxury, vanilla milk type of thing with the vetiver. So it's got more of a creamy green take on the vetiver. Really nice, very expensive stuff here. The Fat Electrician is going to retail for like $200. You might get it around the 120 mark on your best day. Let's see some usual suspects and get out of here. I'm going to say this is a year-round vetiver. It's airy enough, but it has enough weight to really go. So I would wear it 4 seasons. It's a upscale casual / work style scent. Even in the workplace, though, it's a little bit strong. So in the workplace, I might only do 1 to 2 sprays, but I think out in the open, I'd probably go closer to 4 or 5. Age range, it is quite mature. I think 25, even 30 and up men. Performance 6 hours plus. Sprays, we already went over that. Price alternatives, really the Ex Nihilo fragrance or the Hermes is quite expensive. Probably the cheapest you can get to this experience is going to be if you took any vanilla fragrance you had and you did 1 spray of that per 2 to 3 sprays of something like Bentley Absolute, or more so Lalique's Encre Noir L'Extrême, which is kind of like Chanel's Sycamore. So if you took Sycamore or L'Extrême, which is the $20 cheap alternative, and you put a splash of like Summer Mink on it or something, or Eros, or Gucci Guilty Love Edition, or Must Therapy, or anything like that, you would get that scent profile. So if you're trying to get that on a budget, that's probably your best bet is Encre Noir L'Extrême, but that's purely a woody, smoky fragrance. So you need the vanilla from somewhere else. Even like a pure vanilla oil, and then spray the Encre Noir L'Extrême on it, that would get you like 90% in the door of this 100%. I do respect this fragrance. The blend is smooth. And I also respect it for being a purist vetiver fragrance done in a modern way. But for me, it's about a 7. And I think to most of the world, it'll probably be a 6. I really respect the vetiver treatment here, the innovation of it and the smoothness of it. But that's my personal take. Is I'd probably give it a score higher than most people, but I think most people will find this to be quite dry and woody and too pure woody of an experience. So I'm clocking at about a 7 with this, as it's an average scent, but it's an idea that I think is fully flushed out in the Vetiver Malaco by Ex Nihilo, which that fragrance I at least give an 8, probably more of a mid-grade 8 in terms of quality. You get quite a boost in quality and in a smoother, more modern blend. Again, this was Etat Libre d'Orange's Fat Electrician, a semi-modern vetiver. And I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, talk to me, I do talk back. Check for the Discord server in my comments if you want a deeper experience on this channel. And if you'd like to see how I've organized this channel, we talk all things fragrance. You can check the playlist section, which is organized by, entertainment, reviews only, guides only, and different things like that. Hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. And until next time, peace.